Vanga named the kindest signs of the zodiac. There are signs of the zodiac, next to which anxiety subsides, and the heart finds warmth. Their soul does not know malice. Their actions are always with a sincere intention to help. The great seer Vanga once said, "These are the signs that hold the light on earth." And today we will reveal who they are, the kindest representatives of the zodiac, those whose soft energy is capable of healing, those whose kindness is not weakness, but strength coming from the depths of the soul. This knowledge is important not only for self-knowledge, but also to understand who is next to you capable of truly loving. Stay until the end to find out if your sign or the sign of those dear to you is on this list. If you feel that this video is about your essence, subscribe to the channel. Here you will find what is impossible to read in ordinary horoscopes. And write in the comments, who, in your opinion, is the kindest sign? Will your intuition coincide with Vanga's prophecy? Let's begin the disclosure. The first sign is Taurus. When Vanga spoke about the signs in which deep kindness lives, she singled out Taurus as one of the most stable and sincere. This is not softness for the sake of convenience and not politeness for the sake of form. This is a real, strong, well-founded kindness that manifests itself in actions and not in promises. Representatives of this sign never show off their feelings, but their care is thorough. Taurus will help when everyone has already turned away, not because he expects gratitude, but because he cannot do otherwise. He does not know how to pass by someone in trouble. He feels a moral obligation to be there, to support, to pull out, even if he himself is not in the best position. Taurus does not speak loud words, but behind each of his actions there is honesty. He is patient, and this quality makes him a reliable support point for others. His kindness is expressed in the fact that he knows how to wait, listen, forgive, even if he himself is suffering internally. He does not seek benefits. For him, someone else's peace and order are no less important than his own interests. This is a special type of warmth, stable, constant, without jumps. Taurus does not abandon. He stays close, even if everything collapses. Even if he is outwardly reserved, inside him lives a huge emotional force aimed at protecting, helping, preserving. His kindness is not the result of weakness. This is a strength of character, developed by experience, trials, situations in which he once found himself in someone else's place and no longer wants anyone to feel abandoned. And this is why Vanga spoke of Taurus as people with great inner light. Their kindness is not declared. It is built into their behavior, decisions, actions. They help not because it is necessary, but because in their coordinate system, this is the norm. If someone is having a hard time, Taurus will lend a shoulder. If someone is confused, he will calmly guide. Without haste, without pressure, with practical precision and simplicity. His words are not overflowing with emotions, but they have a calming effect. His silence is not indifference, but a form of presence. His gestures are a language understandable to anyone who has ever faced difficulties. The second sign is Aries. Aries is rarely associated with kindness. His pressure, inner strength, swiftness are often confused with rudeness. But Vanga knew that behind this fiery appearance lies one of the most sincere and generous hearts. Aries has no falsehood, no game. If he does good, it is from the heart. He does not know how to pretend, does not know how to pretend. His kindness is direct, hot, instant. He does not wait to be asked. He sees what is needed and does. His reaction is always quick. If someone suffers, Aries is the first to rush to help, without thinking about the consequences. Aries is kind in actions, not in promises. He may seem harsh, but his heart reacts to someone else's pain more acutely than any other sign. He may be outwardly irritated, but in a difficult moment, he will always come, support, protect. His kindness is a willingness to act, take risks, take on someone else's pain, pull a person out of a hole. And this is not out of pity. This is out of strength, because he feels the power in himself that can change something and does not want to stand aside. Vanga spoke of the kindness of Aries as an explosive energy of light. It may not always be soft, but it is real. Representatives of this sign do not analyze, do not measure out portions of compassion. They give everything at once. And if someone needs more than they can give, they will still try. This is not always rational, but extremely sincere. Aries will not help for the sake of evaluation. He does not care about praise. He acts because he cannot pass by someone else's misfortune. That is why Aries' kindness is dangerous in its depth. He can give his last energy for those who do not deserve it. He does not filter, does not check, does not select. He believes. And that is why he sometimes gets burned. But this does not stop him. There is an impulse inside him. Help if you can. And he lives with this rule as a personal code. And this makes him one of the most cordial signs, despite all the external irascibility. His warmth is like fire. It instantly envelops and warms, and sometimes saves. The third sign is Leo. In the memories of loved ones, Leo always remains the one who lent a shoulder in moments when everything was falling apart. His kindness is not in words, not in promises, not in bright gestures. It is in action that others are afraid to do. Leo is able to take off the last from himself if he feels that someone nearby is in pain or is having a hard time. He will never allow himself to turn away from suffering, even if no one asks for help. That is why Vanga once said, "Leo is a sign whose heart shines even in pitch darkness." The peculiarity of Leo is that he does not put his good deeds on display. He acts quickly, decisively, selflessly. His internal program works in such a way that someone else's pain becomes his personal business. He does not need gratitude, applause, recognition. If he sees injustice, he will intervene. If someone is in trouble, he will put everything aside. If a friend is on the edge, the lion will jump first to pull him out. This kindness is not sentimental. It is rational, but deep. The lion can sympathize, but does not cry with others. He will stand next to, find a solution, organize support. He will make a person feel that he is not alone. His strength is not in hugs, but in actions. He will not allow anyone to be abandoned, even if this someone is an enemy. Vanga said that the lion is a symbol of inner light, capable of lighting the way not only for himself, but also for everyone around him. In everyday life, the lion does good unnoticed. He takes on more than he should. He pays for others, even if they do not know about it. He finds words of support when everything has collapsed. He is the first to write, call, come. He does not forget the birthday of a lonely neighbor, does not pass by someone else's misfortune, does not wait for instructions when it is necessary to act. The kindness of a lion is especially evident in critical situations, where others are at a loss. he acts. He takes responsibility for those who are weaker. He protects like a lion in the savannah, even if he himself is wounded. He does not allow himself to be indifferent. This is not a pose, not a role. It is nature. He was born this way. His generosity is not only material. He is generous in forgiveness, in understanding, in patience. He knows how to give a second chance. He does not judge by mistakes. He always believes that a person can change. People who have once received help from a lion remember it all their lives. His actions warm more than any word. Even when he has long been gone, a trace remains, like from the sun on the skin. Vanga noted that the kindness of a lion is something rare. It combines power and gentleness, authority and generosity, leadership and humanity. He will never refuse if it concerns someone's pain. And even if he is offended, he will forgive, but will not remind. He knows how to let go without punishing. In society, a lion often plays the role of the one who holds everyone. And few people know how much energy he spends on being a support. But he does not complain, does not whine, does not demand. He just continues to love this world, no matter what, because his mission is to warm, to carry, to give, and this is his whole essence. The fourth sign is Libra. The quiet kindness of Libra hides a power that cannot be faked. They do not run to help screaming, do not rush into heroism. But it is Libra who is there when everything has collapsed. They know how to listen so that a person himself begins to understand what to do. They do not impose, do not press, do not criticize. Instead, they support, gently, carefully, respectfully. Vanga said, "If the soul is wounded, go to Libra. They will not heal with words, but will give the feeling that you are still alive and valuable." Libra has a rare ability to see the light in every person, even if it has long gone out. They do not divide people into worthy and unworthy. They know how to empathize deeply and truly. When Libra is nearby, it becomes calm. Their presence is like a quiet fire in the house. It does not blind, but warms. They do not run from someone else's pain. They remain close, even when everyone is gone. Their kindness is in constancy, in the ability not to abandon, not to push away, not to judge. In everyday life, Libras do good without noticing it. They pick up dropped things, hold the door, offer help to strangers. They remember who needs what. They call at the right moment. They know how to say a phrase that heals, and never ask for anything in return. Libras do good not because they need to, but because they can't do otherwise. This is part of their inner code. Their kindness is especially felt in the little things. Libras know how to be there without violating boundaries. They hear when no one is talking. They feel when you need to be silent. They do not interfere if they see that a person wants to cope on their own, but they stay close, in case everything goes wrong. They do not condemn weakness, do not criticize mistakes. They give space for recovery, for growth, for silence. They believe that a person himself knows what to do, and just stay close if he falls. Vanga emphasized that the kindness of Libra is like spring water. It is clean, transparent, simple, but it saves from thirst, from heat, from fatigue. Libra does not shout about its actions. They do not make a show of helping, but their gestures remain in the memory. A person can forget the words, but will never forget how Libra helped. And this is their real strength. In difficult situations, Libra does not get lost. They do not panic. They think, feel, act. They do not look for the guilty. They look for solutions. And often it is Libra who becomes the one who collects the fragments and carefully glues together what seem to be beyond repair. Their hands can heal, not only physically but also emotionally. Hopes come to life next to them. Libra is not kind for show. They do not build an image. They are just like that. Even when they are in pain, they care about others. Even when tired, they ask how you are doing. They may be unnoticeable, but it is on them that the world rests. Vanga called them the keepers of balance for a reason. After all, their kindness is not an emotion, but a choice. Conscious, mature, constant. And this makes them truly great. The fifth sign of Pisces. When it comes to unconditional kindness, the name of Pisces is one of the first to be mentioned. They are the ones who know how to hear silence, see pain that others do not notice, and feel the state of another person, even if he himself has not yet understood what is happening to him. Vanga spoke of Pisces as those who carry kindness not in actions, but in their very essence. This is a sign in which tenderness, care, and sympathy are not limited by personal boundaries. Representatives of this sign know how to penetrate into the essence, without breaking, without demanding, without imposing. They just exist. And their presence already heals. Pisces do not play at altruism. They just live, constantly helping. Their kindness is not a one-time action, but a style of existence. They know how to be their bear when it is unbearable. They do not pressure with advice, do not demand explanations, do not ask for gratitude. They just hold your hand, or are silent nearby, or they feel from a distance and unexpectedly right when it is most needed. Their kindness is not a choice, but the essence. They know how to forgive, even those whom others have written off forever. They know how to wait, even when there is no chance. They know how to hope, even when everyone is sure that it is too late. This is what makes their kindness so deep. It does not dry up, does not thin out, does not die under the weight of disappointments. Pisces feel and continue to love, even when it hurts, even when it is not mutual. Their heart does not know the off mode. It always works. It was these qualities that Vanga noted when she spoke about the kindness of Pisces. This is not a gesture, not a word, not help at a certain moment. It is a flow, constant, stable, directed outward. Pisces can suffer, but they will still find the strength to share the last. Their generosity is quiet, but boundless. They do not need recognition. Their mission is to make the world a warmer place, and they do it simply by being themselves.